Hello, I'm Justin Bender, Portfolio Manager at PWL Capital in Toronto, and today I'll be showing you how to cheaply convert your Canadian dollars to US dollars at TD Direct Investing using a strategy called Norbert's Gambit. For this tutorial, I'll be exchanging about 6,000 Canadian dollars for US dollars in my RSP account. Before getting started, please ensure that you have a US dollar RSP account already set up. If you only see a Canadian dollar account, call TD Direct Investing at 1-800-465-5463 and ask them to open one for you. When you're ready to get started, click on the buy-sell icon at the top of the screen. For our first step, we'll enter DLR in the symbol field. DLR is the Horizon's US dollar currency ETF. The fund invests in US dollar cash equivalents, but can be purchased with Canadian dollars. When the fund name appears, click on it to generate a quote to the right. We can then select Buy as our action. To calculate the number of shares that we need to purchase, we'll use our computer's calculator. Taking our Canadian dollar cash of $6,000 and subtracting the $9.99 trading commission gives us about $5,990. We'll then divide this value by DLR's current ask price of $13.27, which equals 451 shares. We can then go ahead and enter 451 in the quantity field. We'll select Limit as our price and enter the quoted ask price, which is $13.27. After you've selected the Remember Password for this session checkbox and entered your trading password, you can click on Preview Order. When you're ready to confirm the order, click on Send Order. And to check the status of the trade, click on Go to Order Status. Here you'll note that the trade has been filled. Before moving to our second step, we'll need to wait until our initial trade settles, which is 3 business days after we place the trade. As we place the initial trade on January 20th, 2017, we'll need to wait until the trade settles on January 25th, 2017. Please note that the investment industry is scheduled to implement a T+2 settlement cycle beginning September 5th, 2017, so you'll soon be able to complete the Gambit in one less business day. For our second step, we'll call TD Direct Investing at 1-800-465-5463 and ask them to transfer 451 shares of DLR from the Canadian dollar RSP account to the US dollar RSP account. When the transfer has been completed, your 451 shares of DLR will now be showing in the US dollar RSP account. This generally occurs by the end of the day or the next business day. For our final step, we'll be selling 451 shares of DLR.U. DLR.U is the exact same security as DLR. The only difference is that DLR.U is transacted in US dollars, while DLR is transacted in Canadian dollars. Click on the buy-sell icon at the top of the screen and then enter DLR.U in the symbol field. When the fund name appears, click on it to generate a quote to the right. We can then select Sell as our action. We can also enter 451 in the quantity field, as we'll be selling the same amount of shares that we originally purchased. We'll select Limit as our price, and then enter the quoted bid price, which is $9.94. After you've selected the Remember Password for this session checkbox and entered your trading password, you can click on Preview Order. When you're ready to confirm the order, click on Send Order. And to check the status of the trade, click on Go to Order Status, and you'll note that the trade has now been filled. When you refresh the screen, you'll find that your 6,000 Canadian dollars have now been converted into about 4,500 US dollars. You are now free to purchase US listed ETFs with cash available in your US dollar RSP account. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them to me via email, jbender@pwlcapital.com.